The new physical takes contemporary dance as the target area of exploration. Contemporary dance often responds to societal phenomena, leading to creation of new narratives and ways of storytelling. Currently, it is our pandemic reality that has become a crucial topic to reflect on. It can be said for certain that post-pandemic experiences will redefine many areas of life, and one of such experiences that has already been altered is physical contact between humans. In the art of dance, physical partner work is an important choreographic element, though at the moment the resource is not accessible to all industry professionals, especially small dance companies where COVID-19 restrictions are still limiting the freedom of creativity. It is my belief that it is time for fresh ideas, new storylines, and interdisciplinary collaborations. Therefore, the future scenario proposal that I developed suggests that physicality in dance can be restored through alternative senses and resources. From my angle of a fashion creative and a textile designer, the idea was to explore such possibility with use of textile creations. If new narratives and ways of storytelling would have to restore physicality in the post-pandemic contemporary dance experience, could textile and costume design become the resource to achieve that? The answer to this question developed through several complex stages, with the process originating in exploration of choreographic and textile possibilities. By diving into emotions, feelings, and impressions caused by the pandemic state of life, I discovered many facets of human experience that were altered by these challenging times. Key points of interest were emotions such as frustration, solitude, loss, fear of the unknown, and hopefulness. Those feelings were translated into choreographic and later textile exploration. Simultaneously, all the practical experiments were underpinned with background research. Having personally conducted interviews with dance industry professionals, I truly dived into contemporary dance of the present day. First, renowned French choreographer Martin Shea offered his opinion on the current state of dance industry and the pandemic challenges. Contemporary dance has a way of mirroring reality and address the topics of importance on stage. Then, with an Amsterdam-based choreographer Pascal de la Fuente, we discussed current lack of partner work and physical contact between dancers. Pascal's thoughts were, what if there always had to be a 1.5 meter distance between performers? What if this lack of sensitivity and intimacy would change the entire dance experience? Finally, a dance costume designer from the US, Monica Guerra, shared her thoughts on fashion and costume design having an important role in being an innovative element in the future of dance industry. Fashion and costume in dance is a place for reinvention during this time of theater being dark. Meanwhile, the textile side of the process took a narrow direction of machine knitting. The entirely knitted materials use a wide range of yarns and colors. All material experiments can be seen as a proposal for the final textile designs used in the performance. Moreover, all the techniques and effects relate to the conceptual starting points, from feelings of restraint, limitation, and frustration, to hopefulness, wonder, and search for new beginnings. All the textiles form 3 parts of the storyline. Starting with thick and condensed knits in dark colors and harsh yarns, the first part represents restraint during the dark times of the pandemic. Moving into the second part, which translates the emotions of uncertainty, instability, and hopefulness, there are knits with playful textures, interchanging yarns and colors. The culmination of the story is the third part that represents revival, openness, and abandoning restrictions, that being translated into knits in uplifting gradient colors, flexibility, and loose floatings. The large-scale textile pieces are meant as statement creations with long-lasting purpose, with an idea of reuse for possible future performances. All final textile decisions were made based on the effects of the textiles: stretch, density, loose floats, holes and openings. Those qualities of materials consequently influenced the danced movements and guided the choreography. Elaborately crafted large-scale knits for specific movements, limitations, and flexibility, therefore guiding the dancers. The unconventional idea here is that it's not the choreography that influences the textiles, but the other way around. As a result, physical contact is revived through the textile connection between the two dancers. The final dance performance also follows the storyline created for the textiles. Starting locked down on a small spot, wrapped and captured by the textile, one dancer explores the feelings of restraint. Then, continuing with another dancer joining the movement, the second part dives into possibilities of distanced interconnection, with dancers being playful, explorative, and in search. Finally, the two performers reconnect and restore the contact at last, using one mutual textile piece and sharing the feeling of revival. The concluding element of the story is impressions of the dancers themselves. Here's how this interdisciplinary project influenced their dance experience.
I felt like the textile was guiding me in a way, as opposed to me guiding the textile, so that was interesting to experience, for sure. Something that I had to work through, and it's pulling me back, so I'm going back with it, and I'm using it to express that feeling of constraint and feeling like you're trying to break out of something, but you can't. So I feel like I have to get to know the fabric a little more. I'm still very searching and fresh. Suddenly, like, it slips off your finger or your hand or your foot, and you're suddenly without the fabric, and you have to find a way to get into it again. So it's a constant search, I think, for what the material can do for you. Yeah, we can prepare for when it gets stuck or it doesn't get stuck, because it's you don't. It's
but that's what happens all the time. Yeah, you can try something and then the fabric goes one direction and oh, that was not my plan, but let's go after it then.
Yeah. It really makes you move very differently with this one. Yeah, it moves more with us than we're constricted by it, or it's like sometimes it surprises you and then you want to move after it. Or
I was saying that the handles, they give some guidance, they kind of give us some directions of where we are going to dance, not to like completely dance out of the blue with our interaction with somebody who's kind of leading us to a certain place, certain position, and then we dance from there.